In 1797, in George Washington's farewell address, Washington spoke of the United States staring out of European affairs. This was later enforced by President James Monroe in the Monroe Doctrine. It stated that the United States wouldn't intervene in world affairs. At the time, this was a good idea because we needed time to let our country grow. But in modern-day society, when we are now the most powerful country in the world with a commanding military, it is our duty to help other countries and try to keep peace in the world.
Do you believe that disrupting terrorism was justification for the U.S. going to war, and why so?
Yes, without question. On 9/11, the Al-Qaeda terrorists that attacked Washington and New York and our airplanes that day, of course, the people had been trained and it had been coordinated out of Afghanistan. And I think President Bush handled that aspect of our engagement in Afghanistan very well. He didn't just rush right in, right? If you recall, he told the Taliban, who are very bad people but are not like Al-Qaeda sort of dedicated to attacking us, he said either give up the Al-Qaeda people or we'll come for them and we'll come for you. And of course they unwisely did not give up. So no, I think that part of it was done very appropriate.
Anyone who tells you that America is in decline or that our influence has waned doesn't know what they're talking about. That's not the message we get from leaders around the world who are eager to work with us. That's not how people feel from Tokyo to Berlin, from Cape Town to Rio, where opinions of America are higher than they've been in years. Yes, the world is changing. No, we can't control every event. But America remains the one indispensable nation in world affairs, and as long as I'm president, I intend to keep it that way.
I think that the U.S. was justified in going to Afghanistan after they attacked us on our own soil, and that's really the main reason that we had to defend our country.
What do you believe we have accomplished?
I think we've established ourselves as a power in the local area over there, and we have started to let them know that we're serious in our efforts to stabilize and help out.
Did you say in Afghanistan?
We were already there. We have to finish the job.
The central goal of the terrorists is the brutal oppression of women, and not only the women of Afghanistan. The terrorists who helped rule Afghanistan are found in dozens and dozens of countries around the world. And that is the reason this great nation with our friends and allies will not rest until we bring them all to justice.
I think we were right in going into Afghanistan because I think after 9/11 we felt that the people who were training terrorists were there and we needed to protect America long term. So it was a way to disrupt the terrorist network.
Well, the first reason is that a lot has happened since 9/11. It's not perfect, but the government has been elected in Afghanistan, and it's governing. In other words, it's a democratic elected government that's in charge there now. There's been a lot of advances, for instance, education of women and equal rights for women, which didn't exist under the Taliban. And they're now increasingly, not totally, but increasingly able to defend themselves thanks to their own courage and the training that they've given their military. So if we left all of that, in my opinion, why are we still there and why should bring it to a successful conclusion? It's because all of that would be all that progress would be jeopardized if we left quickly.
We should go in because there were innocent people being hurt by what was going on in Afghanistan. It helped protect innocent people.
The death of bin Laden marks the most significant achievement to date in our nation's effort to defeat Al-Qaeda. Yet his death does not mark the end of our effort. There is no doubt that Al-Qaeda will continue to pursue attacks against us. We must, and we will, remain vigilant at home and abroad.